welcome to you all at home.
Both McLaren start on the median, feeling strong ahead of the race.
You've still got a chance to win this race, haven't you?
Just drive. I wanna be the only one to make you alive. Drive. Take it to the edge where I lived 1,000 lives.
When I brake very late, we open up the left hand.
Fascinating race ahead.
Hello there. Day 2 of Formula One pre-season testing here in Jerez. And if Ferrari led the way on track, the best of British were also on display, although Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button really did have reverse fortunes. Lap totals rather than lap times are more of a priority at this stage, and Hamilton was able to pick up from where his teammate Nico Rosberg left off on day 1. Lewis, does it feel the same, the car, or very different? Is it an evolution from last year, would you say?
It feels very much the same. Very much the same. It's even my same seat from last year, so steering wheel's the same, cockpit's the same, everything's there is the same. Obviously, you just have a little bit more downforce. The characteristics of the car feels pretty much the same at the moment. But today we're just driving around. We weren't trying to do fast laps or anything. So I'm sure that perhaps will become more evident when you start to put the car on the limit.
We were talking yesterday about you quite liking it if it was a bit of a battle at the front, not just you and Nico. Is there any evidence already that it might be more than a 2-horse race this year?
Unfortunately not. Today, everyone, through testing, everyone's using different fuel loads, so it's really irrelevant what position you are through the test day. What's important is that you focus on yourself and try and get as many laps as you can, prove out reliability, prove out parts of the car, and learn as much as you can about the car, about the new settings and new things that have been added.
One last thing, you talked about negotiations getting underway for your contract, about you being a rookie negotiator. Will you be as good a rookie negotiator as you were a rookie driver in F1?
Plan to be.
We expected it to be difficult, and I'm sure the next 2 days won't be plain sailing either. It's going to be tricky. It's a very, very complicated power unit. It's not as straightforward as the old V8 engines or the V10s. So it takes a little bit of time, and we had a couple of issues over the last 2 days. And the last run of the day, I think we've sorted the problem out. So hopefully tomorrow will be a little easier. It'd be nice to get some laps on the engine to see where we are in terms of the drivability and what have you, and start working on it.
Is it more positive that it seems to be about the control systems? That's what we're being told, rather than the engine itself.
Yeah, I think the good thing is, you always look at the positives, as you should. For us, the packaging with the engine is unbelievable. I think if you look at how tight everything is with this car, and we don't have any temperature issues, so that's a massive positive. You can say it's cold here, but you obviously change the car to the conditions you drive, so that's all very positive. There's no burning parts anywhere. It is a control issue that hopefully is solved for tomorrow.
Do you sense McLaren Honda can be as integrated as a Mercedes or a Ferrari team?
Yes, and I obviously am married to a Japanese lady, so you get to understand that the cultures are different, and little things like when you're chatting with a Japanese Honda engineer, when they say yes, it doesn't mean that they agree with you, it means they understand. And it's just little things like that that it sounds silly, but little things like that you need to understand. So culturally, I think our guys have had to learn quite a bit. But no, I think there's a really good atmosphere about the place, and it's not McLaren and Honda. It's McLaren Honda, and you can really see that when there's an issue. You know, it's everyone together trying to solve the problem, which is good to see this early in the day, and I can see it really growing, which is positive.
Pastor, it's really good to see you here. I suppose better late than never was what we might say. What kept the team back? Can you tell us about why you've only started running today?
Yeah, we had a last-minute problems on the assembly of the car in the factory. That's why we delayed by 1 day. But to be honest, I'm very surprised and need to thank all the guys in the team, in the factory as well, mechanics, engineers, because they done a really good job to bring the car to the track today on time. And yeah, the car seems to be quite good. I mean, we had some small issue at the end of the afternoon, but it's normal when the car is completely new, you know. We are maybe together with McLaren, you know, with a big revolution in the car, so we are not continue with the things we had last year, so it's a big impact. So it was a great start of the pre-season.
Wouldn't you say your situation seems an awful lot better than McLaren's as we speak at the moment?
Yeah, for sure better. Mercedes is a solid product, you know. We are very happy. Engine feels really good. Now we need to adapt very well the power of the engine to our car. I think we have all the tools to do very well.
Could your team's fortunes transform maybe the way Williams's did last year with this Mercedes power unit? Could you maybe even be up fighting with them, or are you looking at Force India maybe as the team you're competing with?
It's difficult to say. We are trying to do our best, you know. Armstrong team is super powerful, you know. In the past they've been always at the top, so hopefully we can do the same and go back to where they usually been.
Yeah, because they have restructured a bit. It seems to be on a sounder financial footing now. How well equipped do you feel they are to take on the likes of Williams and others in the longer term?
It's difficult to say on the financial things because I am more to the performance part, you know, but all seems to be quite good in the team. The atmosphere is great. We are pushing very hard. The car looks pretty good, so we'll see. Let's do our best. We are planning to have some new bits even in the next test and even in the last one, so it's looking quite good.
Well, certainly could be worse. I think if I compare to last year at this stage, then yes, it's looking quite a bit better. We did a lot of laps, especially today. Yeah, I think it's normal in winter testing. If you see anything running a bit hot, you take the time to stop and have a look, which unfortunately takes time. But I think overall was a good day. In the end, we even got some running on the new Inters, which seemed to work even in these cool conditions. So. Overall, I think we can be fairly happy.
These garage walls are quite thin here in Jerez. We heard a little round of applause at the end when you just got out of the car. Was that a nice little moment between you and the mechanics? Or did you just tell a very good joke?
No, but yeah, I think everyone was happy that, especially towards the end with the wet running, I kept the car on the track. And they have a long night anyways. I didn't make it any longer, so yeah, it was obviously good. Winter testing is always critical for spares, so in that regard, I think it was important. But I hope that tomorrow and the day after, Kimi finds at least the same reliability or even better than what I had the first 2 days to do even more laps.
Last one for me. It was a very quick lap time. It certainly got Mercedes looking.
Well, I think generally we had a different approach probably today than Mercedes. They didn't do as many laps as yesterday, but still, I think even without any running here, they would still go in as the favourites. So I think we have to remember where we're coming from. There's a lot of change going on, a lot of new things, and a lot of stuff that we learned. In that regard, it was good to run, and that's again the most important: to keep running, to learn the car, to understand all the numbers, and make sure we improve for the next test.
So far, so good. As I said, I mean, it was a new environment for me, a new car, a new team, working with new people. So it was just getting used to everything, all the systems, all the procedures, and also today we drove on all kind of conditions as well. So dry and wet conditions. So I could have a feel for that. And also playing a bit on the tire side, which I never, for example, I never drove on the soft tires before, so it was the first time I did it today. So many things to take for tomorrow and to keep working.
And also a very respectable lap time. I know it's testing, I know lap times don't mean anything, but second fastest on a 21, it's pretty good around here, no matter what tyre you're on.
Yeah, it's not bad, but in the end it's just the first day of work, and we gotta keep ourselves focused on the long runs. And it's of course it's good to do a good lap, but there's so much more to be so competitive in the year. So there's more work to do.
Join us on Wednesday, the 11th of